everybody, welcome. This is Lexi over at the Podunk Paper File. I have tried to make this video more times than I can count. So what I'm going to be showing you is how to make an interactive album or book. So I will be we'll be adding pages to this later on, and they'll fold and flip and blah blah. So we have a lot of room between each and every page, and I'm going to show you how to make this. Okay, so let's just get to it, I guess. So when I did this other book, I used gift wrap box, but with this one, I am still going to use this box, but I can't double it up. So normally I would use 2 of these, but I ran out of boxes. So I'm going to use file folders instead. And yeah, why not? Both things I got at the dollar store. They were only $1. All right, now I'm ripping apart the corners so that it'll lay flat, and I'm going to trim off all of these flaps. I'm also going to trim not right on the fold. I'm going to trim a little bit away from the fold, just because I want there to be enough room for when I trim everything down to the size I want it. And so these are large gift boxes. Now, if you want to use smaller gift boxes or something else, then you would just have to change the scale of everything. But this book measures 6 inches wide by 9 1/4 inches tall. And the spine is 2 1/4 inches wide. Okay, so, and again, I'll link all of those measurements below so you know. Now, I think I might have figured out my lighting stitch. We'll see. Not going to hold my breath. All right. Now, okay, you are important. I need to go over here where I can see you. And you are, oh, geez, what is all this? Lexi, have you been crafting again? Who just came in here and decided that, you know what, let's just trash this all? It wasn't me. Could have been me. No way, not once, not never. Okay, so these bigger ones I'm going to put in my scrap bin. Okie dokie. Now, I need to cut this all down to size, and I'm going to use my scorer and cut board today from We Are Memory Keepers brand. I'm not really sure how much I paid for this, but I got it, I think, at Joann's on a clearance day like I do everything else. So the first thing I want to do is I need to make a 6-inch, make something 6 inches wide this way. So it's going to be 9 1/4 by 6 inches wide, because I can do 2 6 inches here. I couldn't do, anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. Just trimming, and I'm going to flip it all the way around. And now I'm not going to, for these bigger boxes, I'm not going to put it right up on the 6-inch mark. The reason why is because I want everything to be squared up. And so I'm just going to put it a little bigger than 6 inches. This way, when I square it up, okay, now 9 1/4 is where I need to be. But if you look, okay, really close, okay, so I need to be at 9 1/4, but I am actually going a little bit over. I want this fold thing to be out of my way, so I'm cutting it a little longer on this side so that I can then go to this side and trim. Okay, so there's that one. And then now I'm going to be able to make sure that this is squared, because I know that this one and this one will be squared and even. So I'm going to go ahead and cut there, and then we're going to trim this down to 9 1/4 here. Okay, so now I'm going to do that same process again for the back cover. And probably need that. So now this side I know is going to be straight, and so I can just go ahead and, you know, trim this down. Again, I'm going to do bigger than 9 1/4 so that I can square it up. And by 6. And this side. 9 1/4. All right. Okay, now we got rid of all those folds for the most part. There's a little bit of one right there, but pretty sure I'll live. All right, now I've got these 2 pieces, but I think that one isn't sturdy enough, so I'm gonna want more than one. And so I'm gonna have to come in with my file folders now, but I also have to take into consideration I need a spine to be 2 1/4. But the problem with this is there's that, and these other ones are not wide enough. So I'm gonna have to get creative with the spine, like real creative, which is fine. We don't mind. These are good later on for tucks and like other pockets and stuff like that. I'm just gonna put them off to the side for now because I don't want to deal with them for right this second. And yes, I tossed them on my floor. Come at me, bro. Just kidding. Man, I thought I had another piece laying around here somewhere, but I guess I just don't. So we'll just make it. Okay. Okay, now the way I'm going to cut these is I want them to be 2 wide, and so I'm going to cut it this way 6 inches, and then this way 9 1/4. Okay, and I'm just going to do one at a time and take my time to make sure I get all of the measurements right, because since we're actually going to measure this time, we're going to do it right. Okay. All right, so 6. Cut. Now pray that we're 9 1/4. No! No! Okay, I'm gonna keep going, even though this is my life. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Oh, geez. Why? I could probably make the book a little shorter. Nah. Let's just keep going. So instead of doing it this way, I will be doing it this way instead. Wait, 9 1/4. So it's got to be 9 1/4 this way. Okay. 9 1/4 this way. And then we trim off 6 this way. And there we go. Saving these because yes, I will be using these. Now I left it folded like that, and maybe we can even just put this on the inside of this and glue it all up in there. That way, you know, whatever. So that's kind of about the sturdiness I want. And gotta do another one. So this one's got to be 9 1/4 long and by 6 inches wide. Sweet. Now we've got our covers. Now we need to work on our spine. All right. So it needs to be 9 1/4 inches long which this is exactly 9 1/4 inches long by 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches wide. 2 1/4. So there's one, and I'm probably going to need to do like 4 or so of these. That's 2 1/8. Today's just not my day. I don't think it is. All right, so 9 1/4. Ugh, see, that's not long enough. Okay, keep going. Just keep going. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? We swim. That's 9 1/4. So now we're gonna do it by 2 1/4. A quarter. So now I have 2 pieces, and maybe this will work. I'm not really gonna hold my breath here. Maybe I could. Ow! Shoot! Oh, jeez. Okay. That's not gonna work that way. Now I could unfold it like this, but I don't want there to be that crease on the middle of the spine. So I'm just gonna grab a whole nother file folder. Yep, you heard it, you guessed it. Do I really want to do that though? No. Whatever. It's gonna be fine. Just keep going. Just keep going. Okay. 9 1/4. And then I'll make this 2 1/4. And just to play it safe, I'm going to cut a couple more 2 1/4s. Because why not? Why not? All right, now all of those together would make a nice thick spine. Ooh, she thick. But I probably don't need all of them together. So here's the folded one. Let's see, 4 maybe? 4? So I'm probably going to actually not put them inside of there. 4, maybe 6? Probably 6. Yeah, 6 feels about right. Okay. Gluing. Man, I have struggled making this video, but I just know it's going to be amazing. And I want to show you guys the cool things. All right. Okay. Yep, you're a mess. That's okay. Okay, now I'm not striving for perfection here because we will end up wrapping this all up in paper eventually, so it'll all stick together anyways. So just gluing together. And we're gonna have to do this together before we put it down. Okay, glued and glued. Woohoo! There's a Focus. Ford Focus ST. She's telling her mom about my midlife crisis. It's fine. Ugh. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? We all go through things, you know. Pretty sure she went through one too. My daughter's mom is just a little bit older than me, but we do have to share a birthday, which is awesome for my husband. Then he didn't have to remember another one. It all came back to him. Yeah, I don't know. My husband and I, he's a Scorpio. I'm an Aries. And somehow we just make it work. I don't know. He's a really nice, he's a good egg. I like him. He's really cute. I kind of have a crush on him, but don't tell anybody. All right. And I'm not worried about this like nestling in there perfectly. Whatever, man. Just get it together. 'Cause I'm over it. That's why. Okay, now I'm just making sure these are equally thick. Because I don't want something... Oh, geez. Shoot. Okay, the spine is like one sheet thicker. Well, guess what? Yep, you guessed it. We're moving on. Moving on up. Finally got a piece of pie. Ew. I used to play the guitar a lot and sing. I'm not saying that I was good at either of those things, but it was fun. But my friend came over today because I was giving her little boy that little pedal bike because he's the cutest thing. Oh my goodness, he's not even 2 yet, and he just pedals along like without. It's not a pedal. He just moves his feet like that and just coasts on the bike. It's one of those little push bikes. I don't know what they're called. But Levi never really cared for it, and Michael loves them. So like 2 and 2. Anyway, she came over today and I was like, yeah, I've been making YouTube videos. She's all, of you singing? And I'm like, no, that's not what we do here. Now, I do sing sometimes randomly, but it's not like, I'm not being serious, It's different. It's different. She's like, oh, whatever. I'm like, yeah, whatever. She's moving away, and she's my hood bestie. She's the bestie in the hood. We're friends. First time I ever met her. So she's like full term pregnant, okay? Like full term. This was 2 days before she had her youngest boy, okay? And she comes traipsing through the house next to me because she wants to see it. It's being built, and she's just curious about the layout and everything like that because she built her house that she's now moving out of. Anyways, she like is waddling over there, and she's like walking through this construction site. No big deal. It was like on a Sunday, And she's like, sorry, I'm a creep. And I'm like, it's cool. Can I come with you? And yeah, we were friends after that. Ever since, we've been friends. She's a good egg. She's a good egg. She's a good friend. And she's a mom, and we're friends. I'm going to miss her. Oh, she's the hood bestie, Now we've gotten to this point. Cover, spine, cover. We're going to start wrapping. So we need paper, okay? I already picked these out. The paper package I used is called Flower Garden by Park Lane. And what I thought is I could use that as the cover, this as the spine, and this as the inside. So I'm going to take these cover pieces now and trim them down to size, and we can put these off to the side for now. You go over there. Booyah. All right. I'm going to get back out my paper trimmer. I'm finding that this is going faster than my craft knife. Okay. Now I'm checking orientation because I want to make sure these are all the right way, because if you do it that way or that way, it's going to look weird, right? So I'm checking orientation. Now, height-wise, it's going to be 9 1/4. Width-wise, it'll be 6, but we want to wrap it around, so it's actually going to be bigger. So the paper is actually going to measure 7 1/2 by 10 3/4. So we're going to do 7 1/2 wide by 10 3/4 tall. Okay, 7 1/2 wide. Okay. By, yep, you guessed it, 10 3/4. And that's going to be for our cover. I'm also going to cut the spine for the outside and the inside. And I'm going to cut for the inner cover right now. And of course, I'll link, I promise, I'll put all of these measurements below. So for this is going to be the inside of the cover, and it's going to measure 5 3/4 by 9 inches. Now this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper, so I'm cutting down from that. Let's see. Okay, so 5 3/4. Oh, she's talking to her little sister. I love that baby. Oh, I'm gonna steal her. I'm like, I wish you lived closer so that I could babysit for you. Because I love her little sister. It's so cute. And she's such a good big sister. Okay, so that's 5 3/4 wide. And this is going to be by 9 inches tall. That way it will fit on the inside of the book. Yeah, so when we close the book, it'll be like that, okay? I'm trimming. I'm just going to use my Crocodile corner chomper, the 1/4 inch side, to just round these edges, so that when I get to gluing it all together, it'll just be ready to rumble, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now we need to cut for the outer and inner spine. So the spine is going to be this paper. Again, checking orientation because the flowers are upwards. This one's going to be 6 inches wide by 11 inches tall. Where did I get these measurements, you ask? Pulled them right out of the air. Okay, 6. And this should be 6 because it's a 12-inch piece of paper. Okay. And then we're going to put these together and trim it down to 11 inches tall because it's 12 inches. Okay. Lining it up, trimming it off. Bye. Except for, oh, wait, hang on. The inner one is not by 11, it's by 9. So one of these needs to be by 11. The other one needs to be 6 inches by 9 inches for the inside one. Okay, 6 by 9. And this is what we've got. Okay. Now, you will need a scoring board for this project, unless you have the patience of a saint and want to just score it with your bone folder and your, this, and you can just score it like so. I don't have that kind of patience because I have to do a lot of measuring on this project, so skipping that completely. Thanks. Now, okay, so now I'm going to put everything to the side, and I'm just going to work with the covers first. And it's good to mark it too. So like if you are working on this project, you need to pause or whatever, it's great to just go ahead and mark your paper and be like, okay, this is for the cover. This is for the cover, book plate. Don't know if that's the actual terminology, but that's what I call it. Book plate, and then, spine, inner, outer. Like this one's outer. This one's inner. Okay. So if you come back to the project, you will know where you left, okay? So anyways, okay, fun little trick of the day. All right, gluing. Once this bottle's gone, I have a backup, don't worry, but this bottle's like trash, so I need a new one. Okay, and just dropping that in the middle-ish. Somewhere in the middle, kind of. Okay. I'm going to smooth it out on this side because Fabrifix kind of has it can make it textured, wherever you put the glue down. So I just like to take the bone folder over it, put glue in the corners, and we're going to fold it like this. And you want to make kind of a square shape You want a 90-degree angle there. Can you see? Okay, good. Got to check more often than that, because last time I didn't check. I had recorded an entire video. Ugh. But I didn't actually record. I was just sitting in a room by myself talking to no one. Okay. Now, okay, so this one luckily isn't lined. So if it, because see how it's kind of off kilter, this side, you know, there's, anyway, if it was diagonal like that and the lines were perpendicular on there, you might have a problem, but with this pattern, I think I'm going to be fine. Using my art glitter glue because it grabs fast. That's literally the only reason. It grabs fast and it has a good strong hold to it. It is a wet white glue though, so you kind of want to be cautious. It can cause your paper to warp, but on a project like this, it's fine because we're doing a lot of squashing and smushing and everything's fine. And we fold. I need to get out a baby wipe. Do I even have any? Probably. My desk is a mess. Things are falling. I need to clean it again. I just did it the other day, so it's driving me crazy that it's already a mess again. But man, I've just been going crazy, going hard in the paint, like Donovan Mitchell. He's our, I think he was Rookie of the Year one year. I don't know. He's on the Utah Jazz basketball team, and I like him. I kind of think he's cute. No big deal. He's just my boyfriend. He just doesn't know it. Just kidding. I always say that, though. My daughter's like, look, Mom, your boyfriend's playing. I'm like, you know it. She likes Gobert. Ugh. Okay. You can have him. He's not my cup of tea, thank you. Donovan Mitchell's pretty. Oof. Anyway, okay, continuing on with my life. My husband just doesn't even care. He's like, whatever, babe, shut up. Watch my game. Watch my game. I'm being a man. I'm screaming at the TV. Let's go, Utah. He does. He totally does, you guys. But don't worry, when he cheers, they always win, so. Okay, so there's the front cover or back cover, whatever. And we're going to do this back. The other one, the other cover. Oh yeah, I hit my goal. I wonder how many steps I walked today. So it's 9 o'clock. It took me all day. That's all right. That's all right. Progress. It's the only thing that matters, right? Is I'm making progress in the right direction. I've started wearing my Apple Watch again because I want to start tracking. Now this stuff dries fast, so you want to get on it and move. I wanted to start tracking like my steps and eating and things like that because I'm trying to lose weight. And so I dug it out, you know, I had it. And it was nice when I was at work because my emails and like all my memos and texts and everything that like would come to me came to my watch. Then I wouldn't have to like have my cell phone out all the time at work. I was able to stay focused but get the important messages. And I had all my work emails and stuff linked to this. And now that I don't work, I kind of just stopped wearing it because like, what's the point, you know? Well, the point is that I need to get healthy. That's what the point is. I need to be healthy. I need to live a good long life for my kids. I found out I have high cholesterol, like that's for old people, but I'm about to be 30, so I guess I'm old people now. Ugh. High cholesterol. Jeez. Freaking jeez. So anyway, I gotta fix my diet. Husband also has high cholesterol, but he's pre-diabetic, so we're being extra careful. And if he's got to change his lifestyle that drastically, well, I'm going to come along for the ride because I'd rather make it easier for him and have him around on my life longer, you know? Yeah. Okay, just gluing these edges down. I like to do the opposite sides and then the other opposite sides. Trying to go fast because this video is already pretty long, I'm sure. And we are still recording. Okay, we're at 30 minutes. That's not like the worst ever. I mean, it's not the best either, but hey, we're doing it, man. I heard a Janet Jackson song on the radio today at Torrid. I was at Torrid buying clothes. And my daughter, I was like, this song's old. My daughter's like, is it really? I'm like, yeah, dude. And then I had to listen to it because I'm like, God, who is this? Who's singing this? I know. And then they were like, Janet Jackson. I was like, frig, I knew that. Anyway, yeah. Now, it's kind of in my head. What's the song? I forget how it goes. It's like All For You or All About You or something like that is the name of it. I forget everything all my life. Okay, this is weird folded right here, but guess what? Yep, that's right. I don't care. Okay, so there's our front and back covers. Want to be cognizant of our orientation. Now we are going to take our outer spine. Okay, this is our outer spine page. Checking orientation. Just trying to stay focused on the fact that I need to always look at the orientation so that I don't get it wrong and then make myself mad. Because that's what I would have done, is just made myself mad. Jeez, Lexi, jeez. Kind of in the center. Now, this art glitter glue dries fast, so you gotta get to it, and then if you're not careful and you don't bone fold it quick, then it can leave bumps. So whatever the pattern was that you put down can leave bumps. All right, now I have my spine. What I did is I put it in the middle-ish. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my cover. Again, checking orientation. Okay, we're both good on that end. And I'm going to double check the orientation of the actual spine. Okay, so all my flowers are pointing up. And I'm going to fold it over this way. And I'm going to put my glue down on this side so that I don't put any glue on this that I don't want. Okay. Down. Okay. Now I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch in between my spine and my cover, my back cover, okay? The reason why is so that it can close. It'll have room to fold closed and opened, okay? So again, now this is checking orientation and making sure everything's good. Okay, we're good. Are we still recording? Okay, good. Whew. Gotta check. Oops. All right. Orientation's good because look, they're pointing up on this side. All right. Now flipping over again, squashing, getting rid of any bumps that might be lingering. Okay, now we're going to take our inner spine and we're going to put this down, and then we'll be wrapping our outer spine on top, okay? This is for security and to cover up your manila or whatever you used here. Make sure sure we got good orientation and just drop it down. Okay. I'm just trying to line up the lines here and on this side so it's pretty close. Doesn't need to be perfect, but oh wait, I guess it won't even matter in the end. Okay. Now we're gonna glue these down. And this up. Okay, now that's not too wet, because if you do this with a baby wipe that's too wet, you're gonna warp all your paper. This one's just a little damp, okay? So just be conscious of that. Now my phone's telling me I have a low battery. We got time, we'll be okay. Good night. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to train my spine. So what I want to do is feel, and let's see. I'm going to put my bone folder right in the middle there and kind of give it, be really careful here, okay? Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Okay, all right, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna boop. And we're gonna boop over here too, okay? There we go. Okay. Trained to my spine. I'm gonna meet, and I'm gonna meet over this way, and boom. Okay, so there's that. Now we're gonna take our book plates, which is these, and glue these in. And I'm gonna make sure to get the edges of these really good, because these are this is it. This is the top coat, the final countdown, all right? Final countdown. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Just making sure there's about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Oh yeah, once it's stuck, it's stuck. You're just done. Okay, bone folding it too. Ooh, that was terrible. Sorry. I guess I don't have to talk the entire video, but I have to talk the entire video, so sorry, not sorry. Getting a little glue right there on that is fine. It's right there. Pretty, okay? There's our cover. Oh. Okay, what are we gonna do to fix that? Oh, yep, you guessed it. Washi. Look, I have this really cute purple polka dot one, or I have this purple flowery one. What do we like? I wish I had like a wider one that was like a purple. I don't want like vintagey. I want cutesy. It's black. It's ugly. Okay. None of these are gonna work. All right. Okay, so yeah, I think polka dots. Oh, I'm gonna go with the dark one this time. All right. So what I'm thinking is I'll put some right on the spine, like right on that fold. And then I'll put some, okay, is that gonna stick? Do I trust it? Yeah, it's okay. I'll put some down on this side. And I'll put some on this side. This isn't a craft with me. This is a struggle with me. That's okay though, okay? Because this is going to end up being the cutest thing ever and worth every single headache. I don't like measuring. This is why, is because I struggle with it kind of. But you know what? We're gonna make beautiful things, okay? It's just the way it is. Okie dokie then. Now I'm gonna trim my trimmers. Pew. I'm just gonna trim that washi. Trimming washi. Of course, you're not all sticking down. Because why? Why would you? Okay. Boom. Le boom. Have you guys seen that guy on TikTok again? He is a TikToker. Le boom. Oh, geez. Might have to come back to that another day because I've had enough. Okay. Now we have to do this thingy, and this thingy is the heart of it all. Okay, we've got to do these, and there's a lot of measuring involved. Again, I'll link everything below. So the first thing I need to grab is I have this black cardstock that I got, I think at Michael's. You'll need two. If you're using 6.5 by 11, you'll need 2 pieces for this part. All right. Now I'm getting out my scoreboard because I'm going to be scoring up these pages. So this one, I'm not going to trim this way. I am, however, going to trim them this way, and I want them to be 9 1/8 inches tall. Okay, 9 1/8 inches tall. And then I'm going to put a T up there, just so I know that's my top. Because I'm tired and it's been a day, okay? Now, I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm also going to write that there is a T. And I put my T on the back side so that, because that's the part that's going to get glued down. Now that I'm going to score, I'm going to take this little blue thing out and flip it over so that I have that blunt side and this doesn't move around. And you can either do this with your bone folder or if you have a scoring tool. This is Fiskars brand scoring tool. Okay. All right, you ready? So the first measurement we are going to do is 1/2 inch. And then we go from 1/2 to another 1/2, which would be up to 1, right? Now we need 1/4 inch, would be 1 1/4. So we're just going to do 1/4 inch. Can you see this? I don't even know if you can see. Okay. All right. Moving the light. Okay. Does this look okay? There we go. All right. So we've got our 1/2 inch score, we went over another 1/2 inch, then we went over 1/4 inch. Now, leaving everything where it is, we're going to go over another 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch. All right. And then we're going to go over 1/4 inch. And then 1/2 inch, another 1/2 inch, and then 1/4 inch. And let's see, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4. and then a half, a quarter, a half, which would be here, a half, quarter. Now a half. All right, so then your scoring should look like this. All right, now I am actually going to trim off one of my 1/2 inches on this opposite side. And you will see why in the end. So right where my score mark is where I'm going to trim. Okay. Phew. Okay, bye. See you later, alligator. So now what we have, if we're looking, okay, we've got 2/2, a quarter, 2/2, a quarter, 2/2, a quarter, 2/2, a quarter, okay, and so on. Now with these 1/4 inch marks, we need to have 8 of them, I believe. Yeah, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 2 more. Now, because I cut this half off, I'll be able to start a new piece, okay? There's my top. Flip it over. Turn my scoreboard over. Okay, so we're ready to score. And I left on this side, we're going to be gluing this side to this side, okay, in the end. So I want a 1/2 inch and then a quarter. I'm just going to jump to a quarter. So I have a half here. And I have this half, okay, we're pretending like that's glued together, and I'm going to go to a 1/4 inch. Okay, making sure everything's nice and snug. And a 1/2 to a 1/4 would be 3/4. All right, now we're going to go to, yep, you guessed it, a 1/2 inch. And another 1/2 inch. And a 1/4. And a 1/2, and a 1/2. So now in total we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1/4 inch scores. And I'm going to trim off the excess of this page. So I'm trimming, so I'm going to keep both of these two, and I'm going to trim just the extra off of this, see? Okay, kept them too, kept the 2, trim the excess. Now we have 2 pieces. Now if you have one that's like by 12 or whatever, a 12 by 12 piece of paper here, it's probably a little easier for you, but I don't have that, so. All right, now I got to show you how we're going to fold all this. Okay, so the small piece I am going to start on, okay? Now what you're going to do, I'm going to start on the 2.5 inches side, okay? You're going to fold up to the 1/4 inch. So I'm going to be folding on this line, and I'm going to fold it together like this. Okay, 1/4 inch. Now you can see I've got my 1/2 inch and my 1/2 inch, and I'm going to fold my 1/2 inch back. All right, and I'm going to make sure everything's nice and crispy. Now I'm going to this fold on my 1/4 inch line, and again folding up. You fold up on the 1/4 inches and back on the, so up on the 1/4 inches and back on the 1/2 inches. Okay, so now we've gone up to the 1/4 inch. We could fold this back, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip this one and go to my next 1/4 inch fold, and I'm going to fold it up. I'm going to bone fold it up, nice and crispy, and then I'm going to take my 1/2 inch score and fold it back. All right, and then I will be folding this. You can fold it up, but I'm just going to fold it like back like this because it's just easier with how much we're running out of material here, so whatever. Okay, so there's our smallest one. And now what we're going to do is we're going to end up gluing our 1/2 inch on this side and this side together. So we're gonna go up on the 1/4 inch and up again, because up on 1/4 inches. Okay, and we're making this little 1/4 inch thing here. And after I get done folding all of this together, I will be gluing this 1/2 inch and this 1/2 inch together right here, okay? So I'm gonna put this off to the side for a minute. So we went up. Now we're gonna skip this one and go up to this one. And we're, again, folding up. And back on the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, and then we're gonna go up again on this 1/4 inch mark. And we're gonna skip. Okay, we went there. Now we're gonna skip this one and move to this one. And we're gonna go up. Back on the 1/2 inch. See this? We're going backwards here. And now you're gonna have something that looks like this. Okay, that's kind of what we're going for. Now we're on a spot. Okay, I'm gonna fold these all back like this. We're on another 1/4 inch, so I'm going up on the 1/4 inch. And I could go back, but in order to keep my paper laying one way, I'm gonna go to the next 1/4 inch, fold it up. Okay, and yep, I want nice, crispy, clean. All right, and then I'm gonna go back on the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, now I've got this, okay. Folding this back, see my 1/4 inch again, folding up, going to my next 1/4 of an inch, and folding up, and folding back on the 1/2 inch. Now I know I'm getting repetitious, but repetition is kind of how our minds remember things, and so I'm hoping that by being annoying, you'll kind of get this fold down without like struggling, okay? And so now we've got you. You're looking good, guys. All right, up again on this 1/4 inch. And now, okay, so this is where we're at. We're at right, okay. We're gonna go up to this next 1/4 of an inch. And we're gonna go backwards. And then we're gonna go up to this other side of the 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And this 1/2 of an inch needs to go backwards, right? So I'm actually going to just fold it like I'm just gonna, it needs to go down. So this needs to be on the top on this side. See how that goes? So I need to just fold that down this way so that it makes another valley, another peak. All right, so now you've got something that looks like this. And if it is sitting right, it'll look kind of like a little spine with like pages, okay? So the next thing we have to do is glue it all together. And now this is a really long video. I'm sorry in advance. So I'm going to take the 1/2 inch side that has the single and it's not a double, okay? So this one's doubled up. This one's a single, and I'm going to take the single side from the smaller one that we folded, okay? So this is a single side and this is a single side, and we're going to glue these two together. Now, if you had a 12-inch piece of paper, you probably can skip this part, but I didn't. So I'm going to glue it. And again, I'm just grabbing my art glitter glue. And, okay. Yep. That's how you want to be, okay. Where's the pin? Hey. Okay. Just putting the glue on the outside of this. Okay. And making a peak here. So what I did is my 1/4 inches are down and down, and I took my 1/2 inches, my single 1/2 inches, and glued them together as if they were folded like the other ones, okay? Now we're going to take the whole thing. Our 1/2 inches are folded up ways like this, okay? Now we need to turn it over so that our 1/2 inches are pointing down towards us, okay? And we're going to take our 1/4 inches, we're going to leave alone, and we're going to glue our 1/2 inches to each other, but we're going to keep our 1/4 inches alone, okay? So, going down the mountain, around the town, through the middle of everything, and I'm just going to glue this. I'm going to glue that 1/2 inch down. Okay, now here's my 1/4 inch right here. I'm not going to put any glue on that. I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm going to go to this next 1/2 inch area. So I'm trying to do it so where you can see it. Now my phone might die, and if it does, I'm trying to just pay really close attention here. If it dies, then I'll stop where I'm at and finish tomorrow, okay, guys? And all right. Okay, so I've got that one glue down, skipped my 1/4 inch, and only glued on my next 2 1/2 inches. Okay, so now what's happened is this 1/4 inch, this 1/4 inch, and this 1/4 inch are now touching. They're friends, they're homies now, okay? And we want to bring all of the 1/4 inches together. So now we're going to skip. So now I've got on the, I'm not even going to look at that side, okay? So now I'm skipping my 1/4 inch, and I'm going to put glue on this 1/2 inch spot. And gluing it down so that my 2/4 inches can be friends. I know you love my terminology. Real technical stuff, guys. And again, I'm going to go through my 1/2 inches, and I'm going to bring them together so that they're boys in the hood. Ha, just kidding. Okay. And there's my 1/4 inch on the outside. Nice and safe, not touching any of the 1/2 inches. They're coming together with that of its kind. All right. Half inch, taking my 1/4 inch and folding it down like that, okay? I'm hoping that you guys are understanding and I'm doing a good job of teaching and explaining. Okay, now I've got my 2 1/2 inches. And yep, you guessed it, we're gonna bring them together. And leaving our, all right, hang on, whoa, hey, nobody asked for your attitude, bud. All right. Oh my gosh, we've been at this for an hour. I'm sorry. It'll be worth it. Okay. Now, leaving that 1/4 and bringing these 2 halves together. You could also probably use double-sided tape right here. I like art glitter glue. It's just, I know it's not going to fail on me. I've had double-sided tape fail, but I also live in a really dry climate and super high altitude, so, you know, that's probably part of it. And these two are 1/2 inches, so yes, I am going to glue that down. Le boom. Okay. All right, so this is what the back side will look like. Now when you flip it over, what you're going to have is you're going to have these little teeny tiny, let's call them pages for now, okay? So you can fold them over, and every 1/4 of an inch will be laying flat, okay? And what I like to do is I like to fold them one way, and I like to fold them open ways like this, and just really get those creases nice and, you know, like so that these pages can move, because we will be attaching things to these later on. See, there's all of our 1/4 of an inches, and our 1/2 inches are everything in between. All right, now on this side, it should be fairly flat. If it's not and there's little, you know, spaces, it's fine. So what we want to do with it now is all right. We're going to put this on the inside of our spine, because this is now becoming our spine. And I'm going to glue on the top and bottom, and I'm just going to put lots of glue in here to make sure that it sticks. Art glitter glue is really strong glue, it is, but still, I want the integrity of this to be trustworthy. All right, there we go. Glue flowing. Okay, got all the glue in the world on there, and it doesn't matter which side's top and bottom, as long as all of your 1/4 inches that have are touching are on the back, are the ones that are going down, and your 1/2 inches are free on the top. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in and make sure my 1/4 of an inch side. I hope you can see this. I know because it's black, it's hard. Okay, I'm going to go in and press down in the middle of these and make sure that it is grabbing. Okay, and making sure that everything is going to stick and fold well. Okay, take the time. Baby, you can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Okay. Yep. Sorry if I've been mouth breathing. Probably have been. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Okay. And all of these pages later on down the road, I mean, you really want to move these around and get them going, okay? You do. But later on down the road, we're going to be adding pages to these. Okay, hang on. Let's get you out here. And this is what's anchoring our pages in, and we're going to be connecting other pages that are fold out and do all kinds of cool stuff, okay? But this is going to be our foundation of everything, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you find value here, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm happy to have all of you along for the ride, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you are looking for anything, I have an Etsy shop, and just look up the Podunk Paper File. And I also am on Facebook. I have a group and I have a page. Both are good ways to be involved and, you know, be a part of us. We are happy. We want to see your ideas. And I'm also on Instagram. I don't pay a lot of attention to my Instagram because it's Instagram and I'm new here. Okay. But I'm happy. So thanks so much. If you stuck around, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay. Thanks. Bye.